Introduction.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, question 3. What kind of media institution might distribute your media product and why?
I think we went as a group for Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. I think perhaps because they don't just go for massive Hollywood films all the time. They also go for like small British films that are also quite good, obviously, but they don't just focus on the big films. They go all around. They represent all different types of movies. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I agree. I think they sort of combine the Hollywood blockbuster aspect with the sort of the British independent, and they sort of combine it. Lionsgate aren't really known for making these great big blockbuster films shown around the world, but they are like sort of national films that are quite well known. I think that's what we were trying to go for. Probably not a major blockbuster, but a film that is fairly well known.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question, which is, knowing your previous knowledge of the film industry, what kind of budget would you expect, your film to have? Like, would it be a big Hollywood budget or like a small independent British film?
As if it was an actual.
If it was to be picked up by a film company.
I think under 5 million.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say
15, 20 million.
Yeah.
I think it would be under 5 million. Whether it was 100k or, $2 million, pounds, whatever it be, I think under 5 million. Because it's more about the story than the effects and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much answered. So question 3. What kind of media institution might distribute your media product and why?
We had a lot of discussion about this, but I think we landed on Lionsgate.
Yeah, because mostly because of the films that they've done previously, they have similar sort of tones. I mean, 2 examples are the Saw franchise, which is extremely dark and gritty, and a more recent one being The Hunger Games, which is less dark but more.
It's quite dark when you think about it.
It's not so dark.
It's kids killing kids when you think about it. They have to cut quite a few scenes
Yeah.
in the film. It's a dark thing, but they try to make it more family friendly to make more money out of it. I think one of Lionsgate was, one of our case studies was for our TV drama stuff for our actual exam. It's about time, and that's between the British film industry and the Hollywood film industry, which I think.
Yeah.
I don't think our film would be taken up by a big Hollywood blockbuster studio. I don't think it's quite big enough for that. I also think it's bigger, could be bigger than the small British film industry. So I think both between the two, some American stars and some British stars, behind Hollywood.
Well, we did do. We decided on American accents.
It was set. What was it?
It was set in Los Angeles.
Set in Los Angeles, yeah.
What would you say about the budget?
I say it wouldn't need that much. It wouldn't need that much really, because it's quite a lot of like camera work is used more than anything to set the scene to like make people feel emotions.
Because it's a new. It's not a film genre that is explored too often. It's explored. Like with films like Seven, Shutter Island, but it's kind of unique in that it hasn't been. It's not the genre that's oversaturated. I mean, sci-fi films at this point, they're a dime a dozen. You Star Trek, Star Wars, you whatever. Yeah, superhero movies. They're constantly done and redone. What's interesting about the detective thriller genre is that there's still so much that can be done with it.
Yeah.
And I think with the thriller genre itself, there's so many aspects to it that, that's why there's so many, but that's why I assume that there are so many like horror and thriller films, because they kind of play with the psychology of it. They can mess around with people's minds a little bit.
To do as a director, that's
Yeah.
something quite interesting to do.
But budget-wise, we'd probably be looking at something small, not too small, so like $1 million, maybe 5 million, so somewhere around there.
Less than 12 million, but more than 4, so around about that.
Okay.